Well, hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic on Board Game Geek, welcoming you back to our playthrough of Elder Sign using the Gates of Arkham expansion. This will be episode 8, and we are down to the wire. Now, just want to touch on something before we start, and that is that I did make a little mistake on the card, but it's really, as I reviewed it, it's not going to change the result of where we're at right now, and I'll tell you why. So when I did this card, this symbol, man, it's just so small and hard to see. There is actually a slash to it, meaning don't advance the clock during the player's end turn. So I remember I advanced it once because I thought you had to advance the clock, and then advanced it once for the end of his turn. So actually at the end of the Doctor's turn, we're right there instead of at midnight. So that means we're actually going to get to take Trish's turn. However, we would have this card out right now, and this would be the next one to come out of the Mythos deck right here, which put us up to enough tokens to awaken Ithaca. But I think getting Trish one more turn will be helpful because she does have a couple of things that she could do. That also means that we need to put out another miniature. You see me shuffle these yourself during the game. The University Administration, which you can go 3 times to gain 1 skill. Right now it looks like this still, so there's 1 open slot there. But let's go to Trish's turn because she's going to do some things. I'm going to put their tokens for the moment. Now once Trish's turn is up, the same thing's going to happen because that card would come out and we would put 2 tokens on Ithaca and Ithaca would awaken. So we're just going to get to squeeze an extra little turn out of this, which is not bad. So let's go to Trish. So the first thing Trish is going to do is use up her trophy to recover a health and a sanity. So we're going to do that because we know that we're close to having to battle the old one, a great old one, and so we might as well get that done. Now, here's what we're going to do. We are going to move her to here, to the University Administration, and we're going to spend that 3 times to get a skill because we don't know if the skill is going to be useful. Now, because that spends 3 times, I guess we'll advance past midnight, but the midnight effect will take place. So, and basically, and then it says once a Doom token is placed in there, so that'd be, we'd move the clock 3 times first. But the problem is that well, you'll see how this works. So what we're going to do is she's going to go there and she's going to encounter this space. This is first going to give her a skill, which I'll draw, and we'll see what it is. So there she gets a skill for doing it. Once during your turn, you may cause another investigator to regain 1 sanity. That's pretty good. That could be useful. You never know. So we're going to put that with her stuff. And then we're going to do this. Now, we're going to advance the clock 3. So we go to there, and that's when this occurs, right? Boom. This goes away. We end up having to put the token, and now Ithaca's awake. And we go boom, boom to there. Okay, now the point of doing that is we're going to get at least 1 more turn. Sister Mary's going to get to go before Ithaca, and or actually we'll get both the players to go, so we can actually even do some more healing at this point, which would not be bad. So that's where we're going to end, because once we have put that final Doom token onto Ithaca's sheet, gameplay stops. The active player first moves to the sheet for Ithaca, and I believe we'd have that encounter, which means she'd get to roll her dice against him, as far as I believe, because it does say immediately after the Ancient One awakes, and his Doom track has been filled, which it has, all investigator markers are moved to the Ancient One's card. Players cannot move their investigator markers from this card for the rest of the game. Okay, so until devoured. Now, if the Ancient One awoke at a point during the active player's turn, this is what I wanted to read, other than the clock step, the active player proceeds immediately to advance the clock step. Okay, so basically, actually, so we're going to get 1 turn because she's going to have to advance the clock once, and then everybody's going to come here, and that's where we're going to be set. Okay, so we're going to get to take Sister Mary's turn before Ithaca gets to go, and we'll deal with that when that happens. I think I'm doing this right. Sounds good to me. Because the first thing that happened was we added a Doom token. Now we're not going to draw any more Mythos cards, and we are going to battle Ithaca. So I'm going to take the. We're going to need to leave the stuff on there, so we're going to leave that on there for now. And we're going to begin our battle with the Great Old One. The rest of this game is really going to be played out here at the Dice Bowl as we go on to our battle with Ithaca. Now, the Icy Winds, I'm going to assume that the Ithaca's ability of Icy Winds is a lingering effect, says each time an investigator spends a unique item or spell. I have to look at that. But regardless of that, because I want to use some of her stuff, you know, like the Necronomicon, right? Because then she'll take a damage in doing that. And I'd rather use it now because when Ithaca attacks, one of the things that he does in his attack is discard cards. So, you know, you have to roll to do that, and then of course each attack counts as 2 stamina, so he's going to probably mow through us very quickly. But I think that, let me check on something else before we start this battle. Okay, so just looking at Ithaca's attack ability, it says when Ithaca awakens, roll a green die for each common item, unique item, or spell you have. On a result of 1 or more investigations, discard this card. When Ithaca attacks discard that card. So basically, we can lose 1 each turn, and when Ithaca attacks, each investigator must discard a clue token or lose 2 stamina. That's each investigator, by the way. So this might be a short-lived fight, but we're going to start with Sister Mary. She is going to first roll her dice, and I think that I guess we'll take a damage to do this. We're going to take a damage, but it does say Mary may ignore any lingering effects of the Mythos card. She may ignore locked dice. Okay, so it's not really going to help her. She does take that extra damage, but that's going to give her, and it'll also give her a clue token to avoid the other damage. So she's going to burn this. This is a unique item. It does give her the red die to roll. So here we are. What she needs to get, you can see on Ithaca's card, she needs 3 investigations, a terror, and a skull. So let's see if she can get it. No, not even close. But again, just like a normal roll, she can set something aside and roll again to try. Now each time she succeeds, she can take a Doom token off. So I think we did succeed there. No, we're at 2. Gosh, that's bad. So we were close. Now you can't focus or anything. So as you can see, we did not succeed there as well. So we're going to put that aside. We're having wonderfully bad luck. Let's roll again. We got, well, we do, okay. Did we succeed that time? We did. Okay, good. Here's why. Because we can use this wild as a 3. So we're going to get to succeed 1 time, and that will remove 1 Doom token from our Ancient One's sheet. And we have to remember we have to remove all of them to defeat him. And then we can continue to roll. Now we succeeded, so we don't have to give up the die. And we can keep doing this until we stop, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just look at that. I think you can attempt it as many times as you want. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I'm second guessing myself here. I've done this before, but yeah, if an investigator cannot complete the task, he must either set aside 1 die and attempt again to complete the task, or fail to remove a Doom token. Investigators may not focus. When a player fails to remove a Doom token, he does not suffer any penalties, but simply moves on to the advanced. Okay, so we succeeded in removing a Doom token. I think that's. Up here it says each time the active investigator completes this task, remove a Doom token from the Doom track. Investigators may complete the task any number of times during the attack the Ancient One step, but only once each time they roll the dice. Okay, so as you can see, I can keep going, but I can only do it once each time I roll the dice. So, well, oh, that seems cheesy, but I'm trying to think I'm remembering this right. So that was a failure. So see, the more times we fail, the more chances we have of not succeeding. But we don't take any damage, so we failed again. See, we're not going to get this very much. I think we're down to the wire here. Yep, we can't succeed. So that's it. That was it for Mary. Now we're going to advance the clock. Now, we have to roll when, it says when Ithaca awakens, roll a green die for each, when he awakens, I got to roll this for each one, so we may not even have had that. So we'll start with, it says spell, unique item, or common item. So not allies. So we're going to start with Trish. She's got basically a spell and an item that she's got to roll for. The heal spell, which she lost, which is bad because we could have used that. And then the Sword of Glory, she did not lose. That's good because that item gives her 2 dice, 2 extra bonus dice. And then we would have rolled for the Necronimicon. Okay, we didn't lose it, but we still have this Lamp of Alharzad, which she does lose, and then the Warding Statue, which she loses as well. So she lost this item. This is Sister Mary, by the way, and this item. So she lost those 2. And I'm trying to do this quickly so we don't waste a lot of time rolling for items. But we also then have the Bind Monster spell. It's not useful to her, but she does lose it. So she lost all the other items that she had. That's not good. And then we have a spell. 2 spells and a unique item for Vincent Lee. The 2 spells are the Red Sign of Shudmel. We do not lose that. We have the Flesh Ward. We do lose the Flesh Ward. And then we have the Hermetic Text, which is a unique item, which we lose. Okay, so we lost a lot of stuff there as we head into this battle, but that's that. So now we did advance to midnight. So when we advanced to midnight, in using the red die at the end of that fight, she did get a clue token. So Sister Mary can now spend a clue token to avoid the 2 damage, as well as Trish Scarborough. Remember, it says each investigator, so there's 2. Now, Vincent Lee cannot do that, so he is going to end up with a total of 3 wounds out of 5 on him. So that's the attack back from our great old one at midnight. And then we go back to Trish Scarborough, who's got a lot of stuff. I believe that, and of course she's going to take another point of damage for doing this, but she is going to use her special item, the Sword of Glory, which we'll discard. She might as well use it now and get it over with, because if we don't try and defeat this old one, we're going to be in trouble. She's got 3 points of damage on her, but she's going to get to use all of the dice. So let's roll that. She's got all the dice here. Let's see if we get, hopefully we get some luck. There's 1, 2, and boom. So there's 1 Doom token. Of course, I'll use boop. Okay, that's that. I think I re-rolled some of the dice last time. Doesn't matter. She failed after that anyway. Now let's roll again. We got 4 dice left to do this again with. We failed miserably. We have 1 more chance we can really pull this off, which we did not. So that's all she got, and we advanced the clock 1 more time to 3. So now we got to move on to Sister Mary. Now Sister Mary doesn't have any stuff, so it's just going to be a basic dice roll, no extra bonuses or items. And I got to remember their people, because, well, I forgot the stealth skill too. I got to remember she has Trish has the stealth skill. We could have used that. Yeah, well, it's okay. We're going to keep. We succeeded. So each time. Yeah, these guys aren't going to help. Well, actually, I can discard this persuasive ability to gain an ally for Vincent Lee. I think we're going to do that. So we discarded that on, and I'm just going to do this now to get it so it's there when he comes up. He would do it on his turn, but it says place a stamina token on this card to change a die showing a skull result to a scroll. Okay, so we got a couple of those types of guys. That's helpful. I don't know what changing to is. We don't want to change to a scroll though, so it's not very valuable. Okay, let's go on to Sister Mary. I don't think I'm doing this very efficiently. I think that the players could be doing better with this. But anyway, Sister Mary's just got dice to roll. She doesn't have anything there, so nothing. Nothing. She's getting lots of skulls, but not enough what we need. Nothing. So this is really the last chance she has to do this. And nothing. So nothing for her. So we advance the clock again to now 6. And now we go on to Vincent Lee. And Vincent Lee does have this card where he can change to a scroll, but I don't see the value in doing that. So he's just going to roll. He gets nothing. He did get a 3, but remember, you cannot focus either when you're battling the old one. So, okay, I think we did succeed there. We did. We got 3, so we get to take a Doom token off of Ithaqua's sheet. That's awesome. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go. We're still in bad shape here. 6 Doom tokens to go, and we can't make any more successful rolls. So that's going to end it for Vincent Lee. That moves the clock to 9 p.m. So we got one more turn before Ithaca acts again, and we're back around to our to Trish Scarborough. So Trish doesn't have any way to get any extra dice out. She has her psychology training at once during your turn. An investigator is not going to help. We're not losing any sanity, and that's really all she can do. So she's just going to roll. Wow, that was awful, but she can well, not going to do any good here at this point because didn't have anything else. Just looking at her, thinking of her stealth skill and her 2 allies. Her 1 ally won't do her any good. When the Doom token is added to the Doom track, place 1 sanity marker. You don't have to roll for get the effects, but we're not. That's one of our allies, but doesn't do any good. Okay, we did succeed though. Boom, there we go. So that's 1 more Doom token removed from Ithaca. Okay, but she's only got 2 dice left after that, so she can't do any more. That is going to strike midnight now. Nobody else has any more tokens, so except for Trish. She's got 1 more clue token that she can get rid of to avoid the damage, and she does that. So she doesn't take the 2 damage, but Sister Mary does, which devours her. So she is history. She had 2 on her already, and she just took 1 more, so she is done. And actually, Vincent Lee is done as well. Why is he done? Because he had 3 on him already, and he took 2 more, so he is dead. All we have left is Trish. So we're going to go back around to Trish, and she's going to take a turn. Now, what happens when you are devoured in the battle round? Basically nothing. You're just out of the game. So we only have 1 player right now. So she's going to get a lot of rolls until she dies, because she didn't suffer the effects. But I don't think she'll just make it to midnight. If she can't kill him by then, we're out of luck. So let's roll for her. Wow, oh man, she can re-roll 1 of these dice. So we're going to keep these. We're going to re-roll 1 and hope we get the right symbol for it, which we did not. So she failed there, so we got to get rid of a die. Roll again. We failed there. She's already used her stealth skill, so she can't help. She can turn a scroll into a skull, but that's not going to be helpful. Failed again, so basically we got 1 last shot. Okay, and well, she was really close, but she failed. So we're going to advance the clock to 3. Now remember, you only got 3 more turns before Ithaca gets to attack again. That's going to end the game. So I think we're going to lose, unless we get incredibly lucky. Well, there's a success. So we took 1 more Doom token off of Ithaca, and then we got 3 dice to roll. So if we get really lucky, we might be able to take 2. That'd be awesome. We have to get very lucky. And oh, so close. If this. Yeah, that was pretty close. Look, we were only 1 symbol away. Has she got anything she can do to affect that? Once during your turn. Well, this is a new turn, so she can roll the die again. Nope, this was the same turn, actually. I take it back. So, no, she failed. That puts her out of the running. So, we're going to advance this to 6 now. And we're going to roll again. Okay, looks like we did succeed, but it's going to take us quite a bit. So, if we do this, we won't be able to roll again, but she does take another token. Ithaca has only got 3 tokens left, but if we get to midnight again, which is only 2 turns away, then Trish will die. Trish has been incredibly lucky in this, but I don't think it's going to last. So now we go to 9 o'clock. She only got 2 dice. She can't succeed anymore. So we're going to keep going. Okay. Well, that didn't. We failed there, so completely, and no chance. We failed again, no chance. So this is going to be it, guys, I think. Well, we can succeed here because we have this and this, and I can change 1 automatically to a skull. 1 using Thomas E. Malone. Change this to a skull, which means we succeeded once during that phase. We have 2 tokens off of Ithaca and no ability to succeed. So we go to midnight again, unfortunately. Trish Scarborough then takes 2 points of damage. She has absolutely no way to avoid it, and that ends the game. So we were really close. We got Ithaca back down to two tokens, and that ended the game. So this is going to be a short session. Anyway, that was it. We did lose, but we lost in a tight race. It was pretty good. We didn't have nearly as many. This is harder. This is a harder, definitely a harder expansion to the game. But I think it makes it more thematic and interesting to me. This is to me. I think this is a great expansion. I'll use it every time, but that's just my personal opinion. So of course you have yours if this is something you think is interesting. I do. I think this is exactly the type of game I was hoping that Elder Sign would become, where you're venturing around the town. It's like what I was really looking for when I picked up Elder Sign was Arkham Horror Light, and now I've got that. A lot of people seem to think that Eldritch Horror is Arkham Horror Light, but I don't, because Eldritch Horror can be just as big and long a game as Arkham Horror. It's just a globe-trotting version of Arkham Horror. I do like, I don't know. It's a toss-up between whether or not I like Eldritch Horror or Arkham Horror better. But when I want to play a light game like Arkham Horror, now with this added expansion, this fits the bill. So that's cool. I like that. Anyway, I may have made a few mistakes, so let me know, but I still think the result would have been the same. I don't think we could have beat this in the end. We got close, but no cigar. So thanks for watching, guys. That's going to end our Elder Sign playthrough, and I will talk to you soon.